A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. And welcome to week 2. And it's our class number 6 today. Jazakumullah everyone for arriving early and waiting patiently. Let's start our today's class with dua. And we should be starting everything with prayer to God. If I may have a student on the mic.
Can G2720 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum, G2720. Assalamu alaikum, G2720.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well, and Jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with Tauz. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Very nice. Okay, so our Monday's dua is Rabbi shrah li. Can you repeat after me, please? Rabbi shrah li. Okay, I think we have just lost our student. I will recite the dua, and if you could, everyone could repeat at home after me. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri. And the translation is, Lord, expand my mind and make my task easy for me. Okay, so these two ayats here can be found in the Holy Quran, and they're in Surah Taha, verse 26 to 27. Okay, if you have time later on with your parent, you can probably find these two ayat in the Holy Quran. Great, so let's go on to our class etiquettes. Our class etiquettes are, you should be thinking that you are in a mosque environment and all the etiquettes of the mosque should be followed. So you should have done your wuzu, your ablution, you should be wearing clean clothes, and your head should be covered with the dupatta, a scarf, or a hat, a topi. And it would be great if you are in a quiet place so you can concentrate on your class. If a parent could be present, that would be great, and make sure to use the correct ID. You will be let into the class, but you won't be called onto the mic if you have not got your class ID. And you can, if you don't have it, make sure to email on this email here, and they will inshallah provide you with the correct class ID, and make sure you have it within a week or 2 weeks, otherwise you might be placed in the waiting room. Okay, let's see what we are going to do today. So today is class 6, and we've just had our assembly with the opening dua and the announcements, and we will be shortly we will be doing revision of the short stretch and the long stretch and the nonation which you learned last week in class 1, 2, and 3. And then we will have our practice text, which is Surah chapter 79, verse 1 to 15. And then we will learn the letter of the day, which is Ha, and it is one of the letters of the throat as well. And we will go back to our practice text, which is again chapter 79, and then at 6:50 inshallah we will be consolidating our lesson, and I will be reading out your homework, and we can finish with the closing dua. Okay, now revision. All right, so this is the revision of class 1 to 3, and what we did in class 1 was fatha, which is this slanted stroke which sits on top of a letter. And if it can be called a stroke, it can be called a vowel, it can be called a harakat. Okay, so it has these three names. So it can be a vowel, a harakat, a stroke. Okay. Now, a letter which carries a vowel is called a mutaharrik letter. So ba is a mutaharrik letter. Okay, and you should be prolonging the fatha for just 1 count or 1 second. Okay, and a letter carrying a fatha is called maftuh. Now let me read out for you how the ba will sound with the fatha. It will be ba, ba. Also, you learned in class 1 was kasra. Kasra is again a stroke, but it sits below the letter. So it's instead of top of the letter, which is fatha, it is below a letter. Again, it is called a stroke, a vowel, and a harakat. And a letter carrying a kasra is called a mutaharrik letter. Okay, so it's 1 count. The prolongation is 1 count or 1 second. And if ba carries a kasra, it will be called ba maksur. Ba maksur. Okay. Now let me read out to you how the sound is. B. B. Okay. And what else did we learn in class 1? It's zamma. Okay. Zamma sits on top of a letter and looks like this. And again, it's called a stroke, a vowel, a harakat, and a letter carrying a zamma is called a mutaharrik letter. Again, it's 1 count, the prolongation, and a letter carrying a zamma is called madammam. And the sound will be boo, boo. Okay, so this is what we learned in class 1. Let's carry on to class 2. And that was unit 1 completed with this class. In class 2, we learned the vertical fatha. Okay, so it's a fatha. It's on top of a letter. What's the difference? The difference is it will be pronounced exactly like a fatha, but the count is 2. So it will be prolonged for 2 counts or 2 seconds. Again, it's a mutaharrik, a letter carrying a vertical stroke is called a mutaharrik letter or a voweled letter. Okay. And a letter carrying a vertical fatha is called a maftuh letter. So this is going to be ba maftuh. Okay. Because ba carries a fatha. Now it will sound like this. Ba, ba. Okay, now let's carry on. We had in class 2 also vertical kasra. So like in the normal kasra, it is below a letter, but it is vertical. Okay, and it can be called a mutaharrik letter if it carries a vertical kasra. Okay, again, it's 2 counts. So it will be prolonged for 2 seconds or 2 counts. And a letter carrying a vertical kasra is called maksur. So in this case, we have ba maksur, and it sounds like this. B, B. Okay. And we had inverted zamma in class 2 as well. And its shape is like this, and it sits on the top of a letter. And ba will be a mutaharrik letter because it carries an inverted zamma. Okay, again 2 counts, the prolongation, and the letter, this ba carrying a inverted zamma is called madammam. Okay, so this is ba madammam, and it will be pronounced boo, boo. So 1 count longer than the normal zamma. Okay. Right, so that was that unit completed. And in class 4, we had fathatain. Okay, so we had all the fathatain, kasratain, and the zammatains. And the fathatain, what is fathatain? It is basically 2 fathas on top of a letter, and it is also called tanween. Okay, and also again, a letter carrying fathatain is called a mutaharrik letter because it carries a fathatain here. So this is going to be ba mutaharrik if it carries a fathatain. Again, the count, it varies, and that's a different rule. And a letter carrying a fathatain is called munawwan. So this is ba munawwan. And how is it? It is pronounced. It's pronounced like this. Ba, ba. Okay. Now kasratain. Again, it's 2 kasras below the ba, and it is also known as tanween again because it's 2 of the strokes. The letter carrying a kasratain is a mutaharrik letter or a vowel letter, and the how much it's prolonged, it varies again on a different rule. And a letter carrying a kasratain is again called a munawwan. It will be pronounced bien, bien. So there is a nonation sound, a nasal sound, along with the B. After B, there will be a nasal sound. Right, we had dhammatain. Okay, this is dhammatain is again just like kasratain and fathatain. There are 2 dhammas. Okay, and a letter carrying a dhammatain is called mutaharrik letter or a vowel letter, and again it's called munawwan if it carries a dhammatain. It's pronounced bon, bon. Right, so that was unit 3 completed in class 4. Now there will be a quiz tomorrow, and we have learned the 9 strokes in unit 1, 2, and 3, and the quiz will be about them. So it's a good idea to revise those strokes for tomorrow. Right, let's carry on. Okay, so the practice text for today is, bear with me 1 minute. So it's Surah An-Naziyat. Today we will be practicing Surah An-Naziyat, and it's a Meccan surah, which means it was revealed in Mecca. It is in part 30. Okay, it's in Separa 30, and the total number of parts in the Holy Quran are 30, and it's chapter number 79, and the total number in the Holy Quran of chapters is 114. It has 47 verses, and the Holy Quran, it contains 6,348 verses. It has 2 rukus, and the total number of rukus in the Holy Quran are 558, and the order of revelation is 81. Okay, so the order of revelation that varies from the number of what number the chapter is. It may not necessarily be the same number. Okay, now let's carry on and start our practice text. If I may have a student to the mic, please.
Can G2587 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum, G2587. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well, and jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with Thousand Tasmiyah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Very nice. So if you can follow me, and we will be practicing the 9 rules, the 9 rules we just went through today, and in the last week, we'll be focusing on them as well. Okay. وَالنَّازِعَاتِ غَرْقًا.
وَالنَّازِعَاتِ غَرْقًا.
Very nice. So here we have a Fatha Ishbaya, which means we will be prolonging it for 2 seconds. And again, the Ain carries a Fatha Ishbaya as well. And you did prolong it for 2 seconds. Okay, just one more thing. This is a thick letter, Ghain. I think we had that in the first lesson as well. How do we pronounce it? Can you pronounce it again for me, please?
Okay.
So yeah, now it is correct. So we will round our mouth a bit, and it will be pronounced a bit heavily. Okay. غرقا.
غرقا.
Very nice. Now I could hear it. Okay, let's carry on. وَالنَّاشِطَاتِ.
وَالنَّاشِطَاتِ
نَشْطًا.
نَشْطًا.
Very nice. Okay, again, to here and this to, they are pronounced with your mouth rounded. Okay, to and to.
To.
Very nice. So you did prolong it. Make sure to prolong it for 2 seconds, because it's 2 seconds or 2 counts. We have a Fatha Ishbaya here. So in this text, we have a lot of Fatha Ishbaya to practice with. Again, a Fatha Ishbaya here, which was 2 seconds as well. Well done. Okay, let's carry on. وَالسَّابِحَاتِ.
وَالسَّابِحَاتِ
سَبْحًا.
سَبْحًا.
Very nice. Okay, try to pronounce this ha from your throat. Ha.
Ha.
Okay, try to pronounce it from the middle of your throat. Ha.
Ha.
Well done. That's it. So this ha, it's another letter of the throat, and we will be covering it today. It is pronounced like ha. Okay. Do you want to recite this this bit yourself?
Yes.
You want to have it to go?
Yes. فَالسَّابِقَاتِ سَبْقًا.
Very nice. That was very nicely recited. I could hear that you prolonged this Fatha Ishbaya and this Fatha Ishbaya very nicely, and I could hear that you rounded your mouth when you read the qa here and this qa. Well done. Just make sure when you finish here, you prolong it for only 2 seconds. Okay. Qa.
Okay.
Try and read this ayat as well.
Okay. فَالْمُدَبِّرَاتِ أَمْرًا.
Very nice. That was very nicely recited, mashallah. Jazakumullah. It was you understood all the rules we went through, all the nine mutaharrik letters and fatha, kasra and dhamma. You understood all of them. Jazakumullah and Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's have another student to the mic, please.
Can G2659 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum, G2659.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
Good.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well, and Jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with Thousand Tasmiyah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Yawma.
I couldn't hear the Thousand Tasmiyah. Could you please repeat it for me as well?
Yawma.
Shall we start with Thousand? A'udhu billah.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Yawma. Tarjufu Rajifatu.
Okay, that was very nice try. Okay, if you repeat after me now. Yawma
Yawma.
tarjufur
Tarjufu
furra jifa.
Jifa.
Well done. So you read it correctly. This bit has to be prolonged for 2 seconds, and we will go through the rules in a few classes. And again, when you stop here, this is ta al marbuta here, and it will change into a ha. Okay, rajifa.
Okay.
If you can repeat after me the next ayat. Tatba'uha. Can you repeat after me, please?
Yes.
Tatba'uha ra.
Tatba'uha harra.
Well done. Difa.
Difa.
Very nice. Again, the ra has to be prolonged for 2 seconds here. Okay. Tatba'uha ra difa.
Tatba'uha harra. Difatu.
Again, because we're stopping here, this ta is changed into a ha, fa.
Okay.
Okay, so we will go through the rules in a different class, but just for now, this ta is changed into a ha. Okay, fa.
Okay.
Okay, let's carry on to the next ayat. Qulubun yawma idhin.
Qulubun yawma izin
Wajifa.
Vajita.
Fa.
Fa.
Okay, let's read it all together. Qulubun yawma idhin wajifa.
Qulubun yawma izin Vajifa.
Very nice. Okay, so again, this wa will be prolonged for 2 seconds. Wajifa.
Vajifa.
Very nice. Okay, let's carry on. Absaruha.
Absaruha.
Khashi'ah.
Khashi'ah.
Very nice. Let's carry on and read one more ayat. Okay.
Okay.
Yaquluna.
Yaquluna.
Okay, try to make the qu as long as the lu. Okay, yaquluna.
Okay. Yaquluna.
That's it. Well done. Inna lamarduduna.
Lamarduduna.
Very nice. Fil hafirah.
Fil hafirah.
Very nice. Jazakumullah G2659. That was very nicely recited, mashallah. Allah Hafiz.
Can I say something?
Yes, sure.
I completed my Quran this morning.
Oh, that's very nice, mashallah. Congratulations to you. And that's very good news. Try to carry on reading your Quran as you did from before and write to Hazur. Okay, now let's carry on to our next student.
Can G2636 please unmute themselves?
G2
636.
636. Assalamu alaikum, G2636.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well, and jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with Dawaz and Tasniya. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very nice. Okay, if you can read after me. أَإِذَا
أإذا
كُنَّا عِذَا
كنا إذا
مَنَّ خِيرًا
من كيرا
مَنَّ خِيرًا.
من خيرات.
Very nice. Let's try to read it all together. أَإِذَا كُنَّا عِظَامًا
أإذا كنا إذا من كيرا
خِيرًا.
كيرا.
Very nice. So yes, you read it correctly, and just make sure this zo here is a thick letter. Do you know what a thick letter is?
No.
So a thick letter is something you read with your mouth rounded. Okay, so instead of za, you read zo. Okay, zo.
إذا
Exactly. So, but we have to prolong it for 2 seconds.
إذا.
Exactly. Well done.
I
Okay.
have a question.
Yes, carry on. Yeah.
Why did we pronounce the da tanween with a ha sound?
Which za tanween? Mean.
I mean, like kiratan. Why?
Okay. Yes. As I said before, this is ta al marbuta. Okay. Which means this is actually a ha, and there are 2 dots, so we read it as a ta. But because we're stopping here, and we will be learning the rules of stopping very soon, not too long, and you will learn that if the ta al marbuta is at the end, just before a stop sign, then you will read it as a ha. Okay. Okay, and you will read it as if there would be a sukoon sign. A sukoon sign is something like this, and I'm sure you know it, but we will go through it very soon. Okay, so whenever you see this ta al marbuta, it looks like this, or it looks like this. A ha carrying 2 dots. It is normally pronounced like a ta, but if it's just before a stop sign, then you will have to read it as a ha. Okay.
Okay.
And we will be having that in the next ayat as well. Do you want to try and read the next ayat?
Can I read it by myself?
Yes.
Kalu tilka izan kata karratun khasira.
Very nice.
Khasira.
How do you pronounce the last part?
Sirah.
Very nice. So you did understand that rule now. Okay. So yes, you read it correctly, and make sure to pronounce this letter as kho from your throat. Kho.
Kho.
Very nice. Okay. And how do you pronounce this bit here?
What bit?
This, the very first letter.
Ho.
That's it. I could hear it now. I couldn't hear it from before. So you round your mouth a bit and you read it from your throat. Okay. Qalu.
Qalu.
Okay. Now I'll read it again for you, and then you can follow me. Qalu tilka.
Qalu tilka.
Idhan karratun.
Idhan karratun.
Khasira.
Khasira.
Very nice. Okay. Do you want to try and read the next ayat as well, please?
Yes. Fa inna ma ma hiya zajratun tumba hidat.
Very nice. That was correct, and you read the last bit correct as well. Very nice. Just here, we have to prolong the vowel for 2 seconds. Tumwa. Okay, very nice. And you will learn the rule for that, why we did it. Okay. If you follow me for this ayat, فَإِنَّمَا هِيَ زَجْرَةٌ وَحِدَةٌ. Very nice. That's it. Okay, let's read one more ayat. Could you read this? Yes.
فَإِذَا هُمْ
Yes.
بِالسَّاهِرَةِ.
Try again, the last part.
Hirat.
Remember, this is a ta al-marbuta.
Hira.
That's it. Well done. That was very correctly read. And let me just again, let me read it and then you can follow. And all the students at home, if they could follow whenever I read as well, that would be great. فَإِذَا هُمْ بِالسَّاهِرَةِ. Very nice. G2 636. That was very nicely recited. And Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's carry on. And I will, before we carry on, I will go through our letter of the day, which is, let me just quickly. All right. So we had alif, we had kha, we had ghain, and we have today we have ha. Okay. So ha, it looks like this. Okay. Starts from here, goes down and around, and the sound comes from the middle of your throat. Ha. Ha. And again, it's a throat letter. All the letters we have been learning the throat letters. Okay. Right. So it has no dots. It's on its own. Okay. And it can join to the previous letter, and it can join to the next letter. And we will now see how it looks when it's combined. So all the ha, 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 they're all together combined look like this. This is ha at the beginning, ha in the middle, and ha at the end. Now, in this word, ha is final meaning ha is at the end. Here, ha is medial, meaning ha is in the middle. And here, ha is initial, meaning ha is at the beginning of this word. Okay, so remember ha, but when it's joined, the bottom bit is cut off and the top bit is left, and it looks like this. in the beginning and the medial position. So in the beginning and the middle position. But if it's at the end, then it stays like this, like the ha here. It's at the end here, it's at the end here, and it looks exactly like our ha here. Okay, right, now we will carry on. If you could give me just a few more seconds and I'll go to our text. Okay, we're now going to carry on with our text, and if I could have another student to the mic, we will start from the beginning because today we're just reading from verse 1 to 15. Could I have a student to the mic, please?
And G2715, please unmute themselves.
Assalamu alaikum, G2715. Assalamu alaikum, G2715.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well, and Jazakumullah for asking. Shall we start with Thousand Tasmiyah?
Yes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Very nice. Try to before the tasmiyah, try to read Tauz. أعوذ بالله. Read Auz.
A'udhu billahi minash-shaytanir rajim.
And now the tasmiyah. Bismillah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Very nice. Can you repeat after me, please?
Yes.
وَالنَّازِعَاتِ غَرْقًا.
Vanazi'ati aka.
Try this bit. This is a ghain. Can you see this? This has a dot on it. غَرْقًا.
Warqa.
Very nicely recited. So remember, we have Fata Ishbaya here and Fata Ishbaya here, and this will be prolonged for 2 seconds. Just reminding ourselves about the rules we had last week. Okay, let's carry on. وَالنَّاشِطَاتِ.
Vanasitati
نَشْطًا.
ta
نَشْطًا.
nashta.
Very nice. Okay, let's carry on. وَالسَّابِحَاتِ.
Vasabihati
Sabha.
sabha.
Very nice. I could hear the sound of the ha, which we just learned, and you read it correctly. Very nice. Do you want to try and recite this verse? Do you want to have a go?
Yes.
Okay.
Fasabikati yabka.
Okay. That was a very nice try. Remember, this fa is joined onto the scene with this tashdid. Try again. You have to press on it when you join the fa with the scene.
Fasa.
You won't be prolonging the fa because you're joining it to the scene. Fassa.
Fasa.
Well done. So remember, if you're joining a letter to the next another letter, then everything in the middle, like this alif and this lam, you will just ignore. Okay. So fassa.
Fasa.
Well done. And I could hear that you prolonged this scene for 2 seconds and this qaf for 2 seconds because it carries a fata ishbaya. Very nice. Do you want to try and read this bit again for me from here?
Sakati
Try again.
Sabqa.
Read it without prolonging the scene. Just join the scene to the ba without making the scene long.
Sabqa.
That's it. So sabqa.
Sabqa.
Very nice. Okay. Do you want to try and have a go at the next ayat?
Yes. Fal-udabira di amra.
Yes, that was a very nice try. And here again, you did not prolong the fa. You joined it correctly. Well done. And probably you can't see it. It's a meme here. So it will be pronounced mu. Okay. Fal mudabbirati.
Fal-mudabirati.
Okay. Very nice. Whenever you join, don't make the letter, this letter, don't make it long. Just read it quickly and join on to the next letter. Try again. This letter,
Dabi.
dabbi.
Dabi.
So when you press on it, press on the bar, then this dal will not be prolonged. Okay, dabbi.
Dabi.
Rati.
Rati.
Amra.
Amra.
Very nice. So the ra we have to prolong for 2 seconds as well. Very nicely recited. Jazakumullah G2715. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's have another student to the mic now.
Can G2599 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G2599.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah, and jazakumullah for asking. Let's start with thousand tasmiyah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Very nice. If you can follow me. Yawma
Yawma
tarjufur rajifah.
tarjufu rajifatu.
Okay, again, that was very nicely recited, but we have a tal marbuta here. Normally we would read it too, but because it's just before a stop sign, we will read it as a ha, and we will learn this rule very soon. Fah, jifah.
Jifa.
Very nice. Do you want to try and read this ayat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bahuhara difa.
Very nice. I could hear that you used all the right fatha kasra zammas as well, and you prolonged it rightly. Can you read this bit for me here?
Who?
It's ayn. So ayn looks like this when it's in the middle. Let me just see if I can show it to you. Did we have ayn? Oh, we haven't had ayn, but if ayn is in the middle of a letter, then it looks like this. Okay, just similar to ghain. We have had ghain. Ghain looks like this in the middle, just because it's with a dot, but ayn is without a dot. Okay, so this is ha.
Uha.
Okay, now if you could follow me for this ayat. Let me just try to raise this. Okay. Tatba'uha.
Tatba'uha.
Tatba'uha radifah.
Tatbahura.
Ba'u.
Ba'uharadifatu.
Fah.
Fah.
Very nice. Okay, remember, the ra here, it has to be prolonged for 2 seconds as well. Okay. Haradifa.
Radifa.
Very nice. Try and read this ayat for me, please.
Kulu buyaw ma'izi ziwa jifa.
Very nice. Okay. So, qulubun
Kulu yawma
ma'idhin wajifa.
wajifa.
Very nice. So this is here, this is Hamza. I know it looks like a bit like an ayn, a small ayn, but this is Hamza. It is pronounced identically to an alif. So exactly like an alif, E. Okay. Whereas if you have an ayn, like just here, ayn is pronounced from your throat. Oh, okay. But this is just like an alif, E. Okay. Right, let's carry on. Can you read this verse for me as well, please?
Absaruha jashi'a.
Okay, remember this letter? I think we've had it before. Can you read this bit for me again?
Kha.
That's it. So it's not a jim, although it looks very similar to a jim. Just the dot of a kha is on top and the dot of the jim is on the bottom. It's very easily confused. Okay, so this is a kha and it will be prolonged for 2 seconds. And this sword again is prolonged for 2 seconds because we have an alif here, and we will go through that rule as well. Okay, if you can read after me again. Absaruha
Absaruha
khashi'ah.
khashi'a.
Very nice. That was very nicely recited, mashallah. Jazakumullah G2599 and Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz.
Okay, let's have another student to the mic.
Can G2623 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum G2623. G2623, assalamu alaikum. Okay, let's go on to the next student.
Can G2723 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Are you G2723?
No, I'm G2623.
Oh, okay. How are you, G2623?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Let's start with thousand tasmiyah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Very nice. If you can repeat after me. Yaquluna.
Yaquluna
A'inna
a'inna
lamarduduna.
Sorry, you cut off.
Lamarduduna.
Lama rududuna.
Okay, let's split it up. Lamardu
Lamardu
duna.
duna.
That's it. Fil hafira.
Fil fira.
Very nice. That was very nicely recited. Remember, we had ha here today. The letter of today was ha, and it will be pronounced from your throat. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to try and read this ayat?
Okay.
Okay. remember, this is a kasra below the alif. How would you pronounce?
I,
That's it. Well done.
Aiza,
Yeah. Carry on.
Kuna, Iza, Man, Na, Khira, Da.
Very nice try. Well done. So remember, I know it's we haven't covered that rule, but the ta al marbuta, if it's at the end and there is a stop sign, an ayat sign like this here, then it will be read as a ha, roh. Okay.
Ra.
Now the dal will be prolonged for 2 seconds. You did kind of 1.5 just seconds, but make sure to prolong it just tiny little more. Again, the zo here, make sure to round your mouth. It's a heavy letter again. Round your mouth, and it will be prolonged for 2 seconds because of another rule, which we will cover soon. And it's basically because there is an alif here after the zo.
Okay.
And yes, I think everything else you read correctly. If you can repeat after me. أَإِذَا
Aida,
كُنَّا
Gunna,
عِظَامًا نَخِرَةً
Iza, Man, Ni, Na,
مَنَّخِرَةً.
Manakhira.
Very nice. The ayn will be prolonged from your throat as well. Okay, that's it. That's it. If you can repeat after me, we don't have much time, so let's read one more ayat. And if you can repeat after me. قَالُوا تِلْكَ
Qalu kilta,
تِلْكَ
tilka,
إِذًا
idha,
كَرَّةٌ
karatun,
خَاسِرَةٌ. خَاسِرَةٌ.
khasira.
That's it. Very nice. And in this verse, we could see the fatatain here, the 2 fatas, which are called fatatain, and we did a nasal sound here, and there was a zammatain, we did nasal sound here as well, just to remind ourselves of this rule as well. Jazakumullah G2623.
Can I
Very
do the
nicely
end?
recited, mashallah.
Can I do the end dua?
Okay, I will ask our support teacher to call you. I will just
Okay.
quickly go through our homework and consolidate as well. Okay.
Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, let's go through our homework. We basically, before I go through our homework, let's see what we did today. So we did the revision of all our 9 strokes and vowels. We had 3 short strokes, which were fatha, kasra, zamma, and 3 long strokes, and the 3 tanween strokes. Okay, and we did practice text of chapter 79, verses 1 to 15, and the letter for today was ha, and we did go through how it is pronounced and how it's written when it's at the beginning, middle, or end. Now, our homework for today is apply all the rules we have revised so far in your daily tilawat. So practice all the rules when you're doing your tilawat. Make sure to do your tilawat daily, and this is the only way to learn all these rules. And pay attention to all the rules we have had so far. Now we have a YouTube channel at Talimul-Quran UK, and you can find all the videos of the classes we had so far, and even today's class. And if you go onto YouTube and go on to Talimul-Quran UK, and then you can subscribe. You will get some notification, and you can go through our old classes if you need to go through any of the past rules. So let's go through our daily dua. If I could have a student to the mic, please.
Can G2623 please unmute themselves?
Assalamu alaikum, G2623. Assalamu alaikum,
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Let's start with 1000 tasmiyah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Very nice. If you can repeat after me. Allahumma
Allahumma
hamni
hamni
Bil-Qur'an
Bil-Qur'an
azim.
Nil azim.
Very nice. Do you think you can read the translation?
O Allah, have mercy on me through the Quran the Great.
Very nice. Jazakumullah G2623. That was very nicely recited. Allah Hafiz.
Also, I know the second part of it.
Oh, do you do? That's great.
Can I read it?
Okay, if you could do it really quickly because we have to finish our today's class.
And make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
That's nice. That's very nice. Well done. So you could you did remember your the translation of this second part. Well done. Jazakumullah G2623. Allah Hafiz. Okay, that brings us to the end of our class. Jazakumullah for joining in today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.